Yo, 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 yo. It's your boy, G Natch, aka Queen City G. We in the building. We got a discussion about creating a B League, and then we're gonna recap the regular season. But first thing to discuss is a lot of people have brought it up that based on the talent gap in the league, that we got a couple of options. We can either create a B League for some of the players that are less advanced, to have a separate dynasty, or if it's possible to put the teams that want to be in the B League in group of 5 conferences. So that's definitely an option. So that's what we're going to look at. I haven't really heard exactly how many teams. I know of about five or six people that have expressed interest. Because you can see we got Alabama, Ohio State, Ole Miss, Arkansas, Penn State, Auburn, Pitt, LSU, Florida State, Texas A&M. All those teams that are ranked pretty high are probably going to stay in the A League, which is understandable. Um, but the best way to look at it probably is through the conference standings. So take the ACC. So you got, listen, it's up to people. Everybody with a losing record doesn't have to, come to a B League or agree to be in the B League. It's just an option. If you want to stay in A League, that's perfectly fine. But I know the ACC is really top heavy. I know Clemson has already expressed interest in going to the B League. I'm not sure about North Carolina. I know Florida State and Pitt will probably stay. Um, I could kind of go either way. If there's another league created, then I'm not going to be commissioner of both. So if I go to B League, then someone in that stays in A League will have to let me transfer commissioner rights to them. So there's some pluses and minuses to it. Creating a new dynasty for the B League teams, they would be clear of all of the glitches. There wouldn't be an overtime glitch. It wouldn't be the customization glitch that when you start changing people's cleats and all that the numbers change. The overtime glitch, the scheduling glitch where certain games you can't replace. So there's some pluses to that. Plus, they will be able to choose new teams. They may be able to choose teams that are already occupied in the A League. Also, it needs to be discussed. The people that I've talked to that want to have a B League are still interested in playing 2 games a week. I think 2 games a week is really good. We got through this season pretty quick. And that gives us a possibility for maybe 2 more seasons before the new game comes out. And then, I guess when the new game comes out, we could have all one league again, or some people may want to stay where they are. But, just some options, man. So I'm not really sure. I know Clemson. I know I could go either way. I'm not sure about Syracuse, NC State, South Carolina. In the Big 12, Ole Miss, that's Jonas. Salute to Jonah, reigning champion. I know Jerome's already said he's staying in A-League. Texas A&M, I'm not sure about Drit. Kansas State, Vandy, Arizona, Kentucky. So just need to make decisions on what people want to do. Okay, what up, Shelly? Trojan said, okay, so that's Chill Will. Say he's okay with B-League. Okay. So that's about six now. And what I'm gonna do after this video, I'm gonna leave it up. I know everybody may not see it live, but I'll put a poll in the chat for people that are interested, whether they want to stay in after I explain it and just be group of 5 or create a second one. So that's the Big 12. Big 10, you got Ohio State, Penn State. I know they're definitely staying. USC is already declared. Nick was deep in the playoffs last year. I'm not sure what he would want to do. I know Notre Dame and Michigan have both expressed interest in going to B League. So those are two definites. So that's three out of this conference already. Plus 4 or 5 from the ACC. 6 once we get to the SEC. I know Texas is already declared B League as well. Um, so the SEC, Bama, Auburn, LSU, Florida. Not sure about Walt with Georgia. Walt made great strides this year. He got. I mean, it's pluses and minuses to it now. You can get better by staying in the A League, or you can work in your game in the B League. Without you know some of the scores that we had. It's understandable. I mean, it's talent gaps. I mean, it's about probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 teams out of 32 that could win the championship, which is pretty much, right on par with how real football is. I mean, you see the same teams every year in the playoffs. You get your group of fives get in like Arizona State did this year. But it's your Georgia, it's your Ohio State, it's your Texas, it's your Alabama. They didn't get in this year, but you get my drift. Um, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas. Texas already declared. I'm not sure about Eddie Lee. Hopefully he'll reply. I think Shelley's staying in A League. Uh, so so here's the deal. So um if we keep everybody in and just pull out the teams that want to be B League, the issue is this: the 4 major conferences, ACC, Big 12, Big 10, and the SEC. Those conference champions are going to be your automatic um, playoff bid winners. So we want to keep A League people in those 4 conferences. So it could be that, once teams leave, we may not have 8 in each conference. We're not going to have 8 in each conference. You might have 6. You might have 5. And you would all play each other. But for the out of conference games, you would play other A League teams. So, for example, if I took out Tennessee and Texas and Georgia, right? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams in the SEC, right? And say Ole Miss was staying in. I could bring Ole Miss over since they were traditionally SEC, right? So that would give them 6 teams. That's 5 games against each other. So you still got 7 games to schedule. So you'd have to get those other 7 games from other A League teams from the Big Ten, meaning you play Ohio State, Penn State, uh, Oregon, Missouri, um, or you play Arkansas, Texas A&M, Colorado. They stayed in. Kansas State, they stayed in. Florida State, Pittsburgh. I know those 2 for sure are staying in. So you'd have to make the schedules up there. Now, if we do that in this dynasty, we're most likely going to run into that glitch. We're most likely going to run into that glitch where there are some in-state rivals that you can't change. So you're going to have computer games like the Georgia Tech game. Like, who else had one like that? Michigan State. That won't matter if Michigan, wherever Michigan goes, they still have to play Michigan State because I won't be able to change that. And then we don't know what other glitches might come in the 3rd season with scheduling. I did a little research on it. It seems to be the further you go, there are some more glitches if you started before, there were patches. So that's one downside to that. It's gonna be a scheduling nightmare, but it won't be perfect. You could probably get A-League versus A-League, but there might be some computer games sprinkled in there. And the same thing with B-League. So when we think about B-League, so you got to think about all of these conferences where I pulled out all of these teams that we weren't using. Like Maryland left the Big Ten, Duke left the ACC. I had to put them somewhere. So they're all in these group of 5 conferences. Like the American is busting at the seams. You got like Conference USA. That's also got a lot of teams. So I could make some of these teams independent and just I won't know what to do until I know exactly how many people are declaring for B League and what conference to target. Because right now there's only 2 independents. You can make a lot of those teams independent, and then that way, you can open up some of those conferences. Like the MAC is busting at the seams because you got ACC teams like Boston College, Big Ten teams like Illinois, I had to put over there, Minnesota, Purdue, like Rutgers, Indiana, all of those teams that nobody was using, I had to toss over there, right? The Mountain West Conference is another one. So however we end up doing it, the B League teams, if they stay in this same dynasty, they're going to have to go in one of these group of 5 conferences. Now, one option is the Pac-12, but I put a lot of the group of 4 big teams from conferences, like Nebraska from the Big Ten, Stanford from the ACC, Wisconsin from the Big Ten, Iowa from the Big Ten, UCLA. These are all the Pac-12 that I put together just, to move teams out the way. Those are all group of 4 teams. And it's crazy how they records, like everybody's got a winning record. That's almost a winning record or 500. That's crazy. I hadn't noticed that. Sunbelt is huge because it's got an East and a West. So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting because whatever group of 5 conference we create, we want to have just the B League teams in there so they can play each other. And you could straddle them against two conferences. That way they could play each other, and then they could also play the B League teams from a different group of 5 conference. So if you're not familiar with what I'm saying, group of 5 means the 5 other major conferences that are not tied to playoff bids. So that's the Sun Belt, the Pac-12, the Mountain West, the MAC, CUS, Conference USA, and the American. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't really count the Pac-12 because the Pac-12 really was dissolved. So those are the options. It could be done. It could be probably harder than just, transferring rights to somebody for this league and just starting a different league with the B League teams. And then we could put them in Power 4 conferences. Won't really matter because we wouldn't be competing with the same A-League teams that we have now. So that's a thought. So really, when you look at it, this is why it's an issue. So right now, at the end of our season, these are projections before the conference championship games. The top 4 seeds are the teams that are leading the Power 4 conferences. Alabama is the number 1 overall seed. They won the game that was simulated between Carson and Trey, which was smart because they both have to play each other again in the conference championship. Ohio State's number 2 overall seed. They lead in the Big Ten. Ole Miss is 3 seed. They were leading the Big 12, and then Florida State has already won the regular season for the ACC, and they'll be playing Pitt. So Pitt is still in it because they're second in the ACC, right there at 8. Auburn is 7th, right there because they're second in the SEC. And Penn State is 6th because they're second in the Big Ten. So was LSU is also at 8-4, made it in as a 9th seed, being the third ranked team in the SEC. With only losses to Alabama, um, Ole Miss. I don't know who the other two the agent lost, but they were all conference SEC teams. Um, so where you see Fresno State and where you see Stanford, if we left the B League players in this league, whoever wins those group of 5 conferences can get a bid to the playoffs. So eventually, even if you in B League and you stayed in Who Want to Smoke, you're going to face up in the playoffs um, against one of the A-League teams, which is really what it really is. I mean, maybe the best player from the B League, could have a chance to knock off, somebody in the playoffs. That's the way it's set up in real life. Those group of 5 teams get a slot. So let's see, Stanford and Fresno State. What conferences are they in? Let's see. Stanford. Are they an American? No. Stanford is in Conference USA? No. They must be, where did I put them? In the Mountain West? The Pac-12. Yeah, they're in the Pac-12. So that Pac-12, Iowa's 8-4. They must have beat Iowa head to head. That's why they are right now number 9 and targeted to make the playoffs. So if I made all of these teams independent and created a new Pac-12, they would be the winner of the Pac-12, the highest ranked group of 5 teams that are in the top 12 make the playoffs. So who was the other team I said that made the playoff? Forgot that quick. Let's see. It was Stanford and Fresno State. Where's Fresno State? Fresno State. Let's see. Are they in the MAC? Toledo's in the MAC. They 16 though. They didn't make the playoff. Fresno State won the Mountain West Conference at 7-1. So that's why they're number 11. Okay. So it could work. It could be a logistical nightmare with scheduling, but it could work. Um, those are the options. So anybody in that's watching live got any questions? Put them in the chat. Let's see. I'm getting some text now. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Huck. So NC State is in for B League. Okay. So that gives us, let's see. So that's Clemson, Miami, NC State. That's 3. Hadn't heard from anybody in the Big 12. 4 is USC. 5 Notre Dame. Michigan 6. Texas is 7. So that's 7 teams so far that would do B League. Which at that point is probably going to be one conference. And no need to split up for 7. One conference. And then the thing is, you may just have to play some people in the A-League. You might be able to choose some people that you want to play. If you got friends that's in the A-League that you think you still want to play, we can make that happen. Um, D White said, "You mean D League? Y'all want to call it the D League? Y'all want to call it the D League? It doesn't matter what we call it, man. Want to call it the B League, the G League? Don't really matter. But yeah, man. So I go through what we got at the end of the season right now. I wanted to explain this at the beginning of the video so that people that watch the video later understand what the choices are. Then I put a poll up. If you're interested in going to the B League, um, please watch. First of all, watch the video, and then vote whether you want to stay in. Who wants to smoke and break off to a group of five conference, or start a whole new dynasty for the B League? Um, if we only have 7 teams, I can tell you now that's really not worth starting a new one, because you're going to have 6 games against each other, and you have to make up 6 games against the computer. So there'll be a lot of playing the computer because you don't have the A-League teams to play against. Um, you don't have the A-League teams to play against because we left that dynasty. So really won't know till we get the full number. Hopefully people will watch it and see. All right, so let's go back and look at we already kind of looked at the conference standings. But let's give everybody their flowers that won the regular season. Shout out to Amavi, man. Started out 0-4 and ran off 8 straight wins to finish 7-0. He swept the ACC. Shout out to Amavi. Shout out to Quant coming in second, 10-2 with Pitt. Ron at 5-7, 4-3 in the conference. Then Emil 6-6. Oh, another thing, these bowl games. You're supposed to have to win 6 games to make a bowl, but they got bowl projections with people with 2 or 3 wins, so I'm not really sure. I don't remember. Last year I won 8 games, so I don't remember if they let you in the bowl if you didn't win 6 games. Anybody in the chat know? And some people might have a human matchup for their bowl game that they might want to play before they break off. So if we are breaking off and starting another whole dynasty for B League, that could happen right away because everybody that's in it can just leave when the season is over. If we're staying in and moving teams around, that's going to take a minute because we're going to have to wait until the transfer portal, all that stuff is over with until we get to the part where it says custom conferences, because I won't be able to move teams around until then. Oh, also, coach firing. So a couple of people reached out to me and said they had gotten fired. I know I don't think in the first season you were able to be fired, but some people have reached out saying that they were fired. So the way that works is when the coaching carousel comes, you'll have an opportunity. If you go on there, you'll see you have job offers from another team. And if you want that team, come on, Cam. I'm watching Cam's pro day. That wasn't a good throw right there. Come on, Cam. If you have another offer from another team, you could take that team. I mean, if you staying in B League, if we stay in, I mean, that matters. If you're not, it doesn't really matter. You know, that's why, we got to make a decision on that, because if we staying in and you got fired, then you still gonna have to choose another team. Now, if you don't choose a team and it get to after the national championship, the computer will just assign you a team. And I know that's probably not what you want if you're in that situation. So that's something to think about. if you've been fired and you're staying in, you need to look at the coaching carousel when that opens up and see what job offers you have to see if you can take them. Now, I'm not sure about leaving the league and coming back in and selecting the same team you had. I think that will work. I'm not exactly sure. Um, I know if I boot people from the league, you can't just come back and join. You have to get another invite and use the password and all of that. So that may work. Also, if we creating a new B League, that means all teams are open. So once everybody has declared that they are doing B League and we've decided we are creating a whole nother good throw, creating a whole nother dynasty, it's going to be first come, first serve. The first person to text me saying, I want so-and-so, gets them. That's the way that's going to work if we're creating a new dynasty. Um, so that's only fair. I mean, if we decide, we got enough teams to do a separate dynasty, it's first come, first serve. And I'm time stamping the text. Whoever declares first, can get those teams. Except for Miami. Like if I'm going over there, I'm taking Miami. That's you already know that. But uh, okay, Shelton got a question. He says, "Am I able to keep my Sooners, or do I have to move on?" So Shelly, I think you gotta move on, bro. Let me see your whole question. Am I able to keep my Sooners? Or do I have to move on, take a new team? Uh, Shelly says, "So okay, so staying in A League, but he got fired. Felt like it was a little premature. Last season he was 10-3 after the bowl win, put four guys in NFL. Thoughts, man. It's all about like the expectations of the school and maybe the way that you lost. If you had a lot of bad losses, I mean, during the year, if you watching, they should let you know um, what your coaching stability grade was, whether you were on the hot seat or not. And anytime you take over like a program with a rich history, you're gonna have a quicker trigger than that. Now, I was 8-4 last year and went 4-8 this year, and they gave me a 1 year extension. I fired the offensive coordinator because the defense was pretty good. My offense was terrible. I guess that's something you know you could have done. Well, no, you weren't able to fire him until we got to this part, to the section that we in now. Because a lot of coaches, to save their job, they'll fire both coordinators. You know, to buy them more time. Um, but that's the only thing I can think of, Shelly, man. Maybe the way the scores were, and then just like the history of the program. Um, but I know Notre Dame, they let D White go too. He told me that too. So, but as far as keeping the Sooners, I don't. If you in that dynasty, I don't think you can. I think they're going to give you job offers for other teams. Um, And then if you wait until after the next national championship without taking one of those offers, catch the ball, Arroyo. And some of these boys look sloppy out here, man. Um, and if you wait till after the national championship, they're just assigning you a team. But Shelly, I don't know. You might be able to just leave the dynasty, period. Um, or be booted and then come back in and join and take Oklahoma. Um, I'm not sure. I think that might work. Um, but the key is making sure nobody else take that job because that job gonna be posted um, as available. It's gonna be on like some other coach that did real good in our league. It might be an offer for them to come over there, but you won't be. I don't think you'll be able to see that. Yeah, all the guys that you still recruited. I mean, I don't know now. Like the ones that had already signed, I think they good. I don't think they leave when the coaching change happens. I'm not sure. That's a good question. That's a good question. But Yeah, man. I think that might be the only workaround you got, man. You might want to wait and see what offers you got. Um, because you never know. You might have a Notre Dame offer. D. White might have had Oklahoma offer. I don't know. I don't know. We won't know till we get to that part of the off season. So let's see. Shout out to Jonah going 7-0 in the Big 12. Him and Jerome got the big time rematch. They be going at it in the chat. That should be interesting. Shout out to Chase A&M going 8-4, and Drake going 6-6. Um, Kansas State going 6-6. Declan went to 4-8. I was a little surprised with Declan dropping to 4-8 though, man, because he had a great portal, boy, with Golden and Jeremiah Smith. Like, bro, beginning of the season, I thought Vanderbilt, was gonna be there. Then we got Bug. Bug, they've been killing Bug about giving Jonah Ole Miss. I guess you got to do your research, man, on who's leaving and who's coming when you switch teams like that. Cause I don't know. Bug took Arizona after they lost um the top receiver and some pretty good. He left he took Arizona after they lost a lot of people. And then Kentucky went 3-9, 1-6 in the conference. In the Big Ten, shout out to Keith, undefeated in the Big Ten, 11-1, 7-0 in the conference. Shout out to Reggie, going 9-3, 6-1. That's a rematch. Then we got Washington going 7-5. That's a big improvement for Washington. And then USC 5-7. Nick dropped to 5-7. Head 6-6. Then Notre Dame, D. White is finished at 2-10. Um, Shout out to Trey going 7-0 with the Sim win, and Carson right there with him at 11-1, 6-1. Adrian, big time. Adrian said he wants to smoke. He ain't leaving. He ain't going nowhere. Adrian been right there in all his games, so that should be interesting in the playoffs. Florida, shout out to Florida. Jeremy went 7-5, 3-4. Walt would have come up to 7-5. Shelly 3-9, 2-5. You're right, Shelly. Like, bro, like, I don't know if that's necessary. 0-6 at home, though, Shelly. I just saw that right there. 0-6 at home. That might you had the fans. The fans was they was restless, Shelly. Then Eddie Lee with 3-9, 1-6. Darius was 3-9 and 1-6. So let's see. Let's look at some players of the week. Last week, national, nobody in the ACC. Oh no, we got to go back to week 14. That's why. Let's go back to national. Justin Logan for Jerome, 5 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 picks, 2 touchdowns. Antoine Wells, bro, he done came up in the Heisman race. Jonah balling out with him, 12 for 257 with 4 touchdowns. That's PlayStation numbers. Shout out to Tyler Barron, man. I was in there, man, with Quant, man. Man, listen. I knew that little reverse pass was coming. He did it out of a different formation other than the Wildcat. So I knew it was coming. He still got me with it. Good throw, Cam. Run up under that thing. Good throw. Good throw. Good catch. X. And Xavier Streppo, man, is going to make somebody roster, bro. He ain't the fastest. He ain't the biggest, but he can work that slot. Good throw, Cam. That was a dot right there. Jalen Lucas, yo, man, Omavi got this dude right here. Just he averaged about 8 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns, 16 for 130. Yeah, he's nasty coming out the backfield too. So Justin Logan, Antoine, Big Ten. Mikael Esteen, 6 tackles, interception, touchdown. Peoples for Ohio State, 108 yards rushing, 4 yards receiving. Kylan Jackson, oh wow. Adrian just swept the defensive player and offensive player. Xavier Thomas, 7 for 209, 3 touchdowns. Kylan Jackson, tackle, interception, touchdown. So that's what we got. Heisman finalists. Antoine Wells is at the top. Jam Miller in second. And the rest of those are all computer players. So we're pulling for one of them to win it. We always want the Heisman to be one of our user control players. Award finalists. Player of the year, Antoine Wells, Jam Miller, they right there together. Got Walker Howard. Man, listen, Carson and Jonah will get the most out of a quarterback, bro. Like, he did that last year with the other Walker quarterback he had at Auburn. Um, Great year for him. See, James Peoples from Ohio State. Off a player of the year. Head coach here, Trey. Trey and Jonah and Carson and Keith right up there together. Quant down there and Jerome and Reggie. All in the running for coach of the year. As quarterback, I'm a little disappointed we don't got but 2 human players. And I didn't help you none. Jalen Monroe and Walker Howard. Best defensive player, Kenyatta Jackson for Ohio State. They keep somebody up there. And then Marvin Jones and Lamont Green, they both got double-digit sacks. Sonny Styles, Ole Miss got 2. Darius got Trey Moore. Ohio State got 3. Oregon, Texas. Oh, look at that. Tyler Barron made the list. He came on late. Tyler Barron. I got somebody on the best defensive player list sliding in at 12. Best DB. Okay, so Jeremy said maybe turn down the interceptions. That changes games big time. Yeah, the interceptions are killers. That's why most of the scores get out of control. So any ratings changes, man, in any dynasty we do, we're gonna have to agree on it before the start of the next season. I know Jeremy has some good suggestions about changing how quick the players develop as well. I mean, all of that stuff, man, in between seasons, we agree on. We just got to agree on it, man. And the only thing about it is when we put stuff to a vote in the chat, everybody, there's 32 people in 32 people in the league. The most votes I've seen is like 14. So half of the league is not voting. And then when stuff go different, they'll be like, well, what's going on? But they don't vote. But if you don't vote, then you don't have a voice. I mean, all we can do is put it to a vote and see. Good catch. Good catch. Cam warming up now. So yeah, man, I mean, the interceptions are the reason most of the scores are out of control, man. This is true. This is true. So have you played with it, Jeremy, to see what a good number is? Because I don't want to change it to something and then, it's too low. And then people are like, man, I got pick 6, I'm dropping it. My safety is standing there, the ball went right over his head, he didn't jump. So I don't know if you played with him or not. If anybody's played with him, give us some options. Maybe everybody can set it like that and get some games in, to practice, see how they like it. But yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And, those interceptions are the main reason most games are out of control, or the most reasons people just punt or run on third down like I've been doing. So best DB, we got look at this, all human players. I love it. That's what you're talking about then, right? Because we got some dudes with like 14 interceptions. That's crazy. Best running back, those are all human. Shout out to Eddie Lee with Dylan Sampson, bro. B League or A League, if you play Eddie Lee, you better stop the run. Well, that Dylan Sampson right up your chest. I ain't doing a Marion Hampton, man. Is he a senior? Oh, he gone. Dylan Sampson gone. Marion Hampton gone. Eugene Wilson to be back. Jeremy done parlayed him into 99 overall. That was a good switch from receiver to running back. Hollywood Smothers from the crib on the list. Shout out Chambers High School, Hollywood Smothers. Good catch, X. Boy, it is mad scouts out there. This is the most we gotta take advantage of this. We got the whole NFL in the Miami indoor practice facility. Boy, we gotta take full advantage of that, dog. And they all offensive players because our defense was trash. Now, there go Jacoby George. Now Jacoby George, nice. He a head case though, man. He gets stupid penalties. Ruben Owens, he came on late. That's a big back too for Texas A&M. He got busy. Katron got busy again. Boog can get on you with that Rayshawn Luke too now. Rayshawn Luke a fool, and then go Jalen Lucas, DJ Giddens, and then the one computer dude, TJ Harden. Antoine Wells, hands down, best receiver. And we got Barry Brown, he a speed merchant for Kentucky. Wow, we used to have more receivers on this list than this. Body Award, Jackson. Look at that Tyler Barron in the building. Trey Moore. I usually have a lot of dudes on the offensive line list. Only Jalen Milroe. Taylor Green on the Golden Arm Award. Best quarterback, Jerome. I don't know, man. They ain't giving you no love with Taylor Green. Best defensive end, Kenyatta Jackson. He's a senior. Marvin Jones is a senior. Lamont Green will be back. Trey Morris is a senior. Nick Skelton's gone. Tyler Barron's gone. Justin Logan just a sophomore. I see you, Jerome. Junior's on the list. Freshman. Edric Houston. Man, that's them 5 stars, dog. That's them 5 stars. That's interior lineman. Inez Cooper. Yeah, baby. Way to represent Tyler Booker, Dylan Fairchild, Wendell Moore. Oh, look at that. I got 3 Canes on here. Ryan Rodriguez, Samson Okuma. He don't even hardly play. I don't know how he on there. Best tight end. Shout out to Oronde Gas in the second. My boy went to Winston State with his pops. Started with the Dolphins. And who else he played for? Oronde played for a couple of teams. But he did the most damage with the Dolphins. Good dude, man. Happy to see his son shining. He's seeing this year, should be getting drafted. Now Black, the tight end that Trey stole from Darius. That was a Texas transfer. Luke Haas, Miranda. Yeah, nah. Bug be hitting Buddy off right here, Roberto. And Michael be hitting that tight end off. Gillette Thurman, Amir Jackson. That's not him. Daquan Wright is Ole Miss. Rose Award. Oh, look at this. This is all eight. Look at this. This A-League. Bama, Ohio State, Ole Miss, Auburn, Ohio State, Auburn, Ole Miss. The coaches, they say, is it the players or the coaches? It's a clean sweep. Left best linebacker, Sonny Styles, Ole Miss, Ohio State, LSU. Shout out to Harold Perkins. I see you, Adrian. Jahar Campbell, Ron Jackson, Troy Bowles. Best center, okay. Me and Shelley got the top 2. Lenny Cooper, Auburn, LSU. Kicker, we ain't got to know about no kickers. No punters. Oh, yeah, we do. Look at Walt. Brett Thorson. Best return. Jordan Anthony still is a heck of a returner, dog. He did work last season, too. Caden Saunders, TJ Abrams, Dorian Johns, Cam McHale, Malachi James, Dylan Edwards, transfer from Colorado. Okay, so that's the awards. Bowl projections. This is what I was talking about. Bro, how I'm going to a bowl, man, with 4 wins. I'm playing Maryland in the military bowl. I think this just might be placeholders until the season over, man. Or it's too many bowls and they have to put people in with less than 6 wins. It's tons of teams with less than 6 wins on the bowl list. 2-10. They got Bud going against Boise State in the guaranteed rate bowl. NC State and Memphis. But see, I don't see any computer teams with less than 6 wins in bowl games. So maybe they're just doing that for the anybody in the chat. Listen, anybody last season didn't win 6 games and still went to a bowl. Okay, so Jeremy said down 25% at least for the interception. Okay, okay, we can try it. Take a look at it. Let's see what I'm saying though. Like, oh, there's one. South Alabama got 5 wins. They got them in the Armed Forces Bowl, so maybe you can go to a bowl. Coastal Carolina too. Okay. Texas, Missouri, that's a human matchup. What all the other human matchups we got? It's not playoff games. Texas, Missouri would be one. USC, Georgia. Florida, Kansas State. That's a ball game. That's a good ball game. Texas ball game. Syracuse, Oregon. That would be another one. Sweet. All right. So last thing I want to look at, let's look at some stats. Season stats. Let's go to conferences. You don't want to see my sorry stats. I did throw more touchdowns and interceptions this year with my starting quarterback, though. 19 to 17. That was an improvement. So do we got? Oh, look at that! Walker Howard is leading the nation in passing yards. Shout out to Jonah, man. 4,642 yards, bro. We could play 3 seasons. I don't think I'd have 4,000 yards passing. 250 for 408, 60 touchdowns, 23 interceptions. He throws 60 touchdowns. He not on the Heisman. He not a front runner for the Heisman. 61% completion. Took 25 sacks. Long of 83. 194 rate. Anybody else human on this list? Wow. Our quarterback play done fell off. Nico, that's Nick. Nico with 3,000 yards, 23 and 26. Jalen Milroe, 28, 88, 27 and 14. That's not bad at all. I take that. Next, Thomas, 50 interceptions. 50 interceptions. That's what you're saying. Turn them interceptions down, right? Ja'Curry Brown play for somebody? UCF. Man, he should have went in the portal and came back to Miami, dog. He had a good year. 24 for 11, 6% completion passes, though. 17 sacks. Wonder how big the rushing yards he had. All right, rushing. Dylan Sampson, 1432, 119 the game. Shout out to Eddie Lee, dog. 22 rushes of more than 20 yards. That's big time. Jalen Lucas second with 1,097. Mari Hampton 1,083. So when we had three running backs from the human league with more than 1,000 yards rushing. Jam Miller was right there. 959. Wells, 1564. He ran away with the receiver. 80 catches, 29 touchdowns. Bro, 130 yards a game, long of 83. See this nice in real life, dog? This dude this nice in real life? That's crazy. Corey Rucker. Okay, Kojo Antwi. This dude. We averaged 24 yards a catch. Yeah. He gotta lead the nation. 47 catches, 1143, 12 touchdowns. Long of 89. 2 drops. Who that got 14 drops? Oh my God. Barry and Brown? Do you like that? Boy, he got 1,000 yards with 14 drops. What? I miss anybody else. Let's see. Ole Miss, he got 2 receivers with 1,000 yards. Caden Lee, he got 9 touchdowns. Oh, that's Ben Black from Charlotte. West Charlotte in the building. I know Ben Black was there. Yeah, we got to go that far. We ain't got a lot of receivers. But I can't. That ain't nothing. These stats be bugged a little bit. Tackles. Anybody lead the nation in tackles from our league? No. Who's tops? Dang. God dog. These dudes got 70 some tackles though. Dang, how far we gotta go now? Man, that's them simulation stats. Dude, we still ain't found. Oh, Vanderbilt. John Queese, Hardaway. Did I miss somebody? That don't seem right. 60 tackles total. Tackle for loss. That's a bug stat. These are all bug stats because I know there are certain players that had 14, 12, like for Florida State. Yeah, these are bugs. These are not. Because it's way people got way more than 8 interceptions too. Ain't no need to look at this. Kicking. Now all of these blocks got to be simulations. I have not seen a kick blocked. Has anybody seen a kick blocked? But then there's all of these blocks. None of these are human teams either. Auburn, that's probably in the simulation, because I have not seen any kicks be blocked. Kick returns. Longest. Yeah, your boy Anthony, 106. He had 1,200 yards returns. That's a weapon right there. Camden Fryer. Yeah, I seen him take one to the house. I seen the one he took to the house with Omavi. Traylon Miller, that's Drake. Caden Saunders. All of these are us. Those are computer. Punt returns. It had to be more punt returns than that. Like a Jerome. Until he took one. 51. Caden Saunders. All right. Oh, career stats. Oh man, nobody want to see my career stats. Is it national? Can we look at it that way? Yeah. So Preston Stone and Noah Fafita. There you go, Bud. Now some of them yards is Jonas. Some of them yards is Jonas, Bud. Taylor Green. That's all you know, Jerome. 7,255. 79 touchdowns, 49 interceptions, bro. With a long of 99. Miller Moss. Raina Sorsby. That's you. That's all you, Trey. 60 to 39, 6,232, 68% completion. Trying to see people that's done played with the same quarterback for the 2 seasons. Avery Johnson, that was summer this year. Lee Murphy still that dude. 51 and 11. See, that's the type of dude, man, that I wanted to go in the portal, man. So give me a quarterback, man. Jay Garcia, he's still at ECU. Kyron Jones, he didn't leave neither. 62 and 31. Amari did work with me on me with him when he played with Virginia Tech that year. Rob Vandergraaf, Cardell Williams. Lenore Sellers, that's Mike. 5,000 yards, 32, 94 interceptions. Bro, let me see something. 108. He's got 108 interceptions, dog. Got 3,000 yards, though. That's crazy. Ron above 42 and 33. Coleman Huck 27, 32. Jaden Rashad is 17 to 27. DJ Lagway. How's it going at SMU, DJ Lagway? Darius Archman in 24 and 23. Who got the best completion percentage? Oh, that don't count. They only threw one pass. Oh, Walker White, 75% with 309 attempts. That's the quarterback I was talking about that Carson had last year. Now he got Castellanos. He stay at 70%. 47 and 10. That's not all this year though. Wow. Look at him with 2,089. Man, I got this dude out of the portal, man, and didn't even use him because he was doing all of that in the group of five, dog. Oh, Lamoss, 7,000. Neil Castellanos. Nuts, Maya. I see you, Adrian. 40 and 33, 4,679 yards, 67%. Longer 86, 27 sacks. What? Oh, here go what we was looking for right here. Coaching stats. All right, let's see. South Carolina game. You on the hot seat, Mike. You on the hot seat. Porter got a C. I got a C. They re-up Luke. I couldn't believe they re-up me. I'm 12 and 14, dog. 2 and 8 versus top 25. Huck on the hot seat. Montgomery is safe. Ron the GOAT is on the hot seat. 15 and 11. 6 and 1 versus rivals. 8 and 4. Marvin. Job security is low after that turnaround. They feeling you, Quan. They feeling you. They say you safe, Quan. Jerome got the A plus joint. Jonah, A plus as well, safe. 11 and 1. 21 and 6, Rome. 2 seasons. 16 and 10 for Kansas State. Drake, 13 and 12, you safe. Declan, 11 and 14, he's safe. Darius is, what's this? 8 and 4. Bug, you on the hot seat. 2 and 10. Fufu and soup. Y'all be tripping with them names. 3 and 9. Oh, you right. If they fired, they done already took him off. He is on the hot seat. Is this D White? 'Cause they still got him as a coach. Maybe this is not updated. 18 and 7. Nick is 19 and 9. Reggie's 19 and 8. Chill Will went 5 and 7. Heads 11 and 13. C Mac 9 and 15. Shelly Shell, they still got you on here, but it's just say hot seat. You don't got no line. Safe, safe. Trey Carson safe. Jerome safe for now. Really? 15 and 10. Agent safe. 16 and 9. 7 and 7 versus top 25. Walt, hot seat. 0 and 11 versus top 25. Shelly, though, you was 3 and 0 against your rivals, though, dog. Darius was 0 and 4 versus rivals. 7 and 17. Eddie Lee 0 and 10 versus top 25. What was I? 2 and 8 versus top 25. 1 and 4 versus my rivals. 1 and 0 in the bowls. Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke on the hot seat. Don't need to see records. So that's about it, fellas. I just wanted to run through. I know it's been a while since I did a recap But the main thing, man, is in the beginning, man, people watch that. You're thinking about B League. First, let me know if you're doing it. Once we figure out how many teams, we'll decide whether we're doing it within Who Wants to Smoke or we starting another one. And then you need to start declaring teams if we start another one. So that's what's up, man. That's all I got, man. Um, did we look at the upcoming games right quick? Let's see. So the Conference USA Championship, neither one of these jokers is ranked, so it don't matter. Texas Tech, Oregon State, Rutgers, Indiana, Arkansas, Ole Miss. Boy, they got to stream that. I know Jerome gonna stream it. That should be good. Sun Belt Championship. So I've been doing forced losses for these teams to try to keep them out of the playoffs, but like they both 9-3. So I gave what did I give? The way to win to make them 10-3, them 9-4, since they were ranked higher. Hopefully Marshall don't go up to 12. Auburn and Alabama, that's a must see. Carson will stream that. North Texas and Maryland, I got Maryland winning that. Hawaii, Fresno, I got Hawaii. Pitt, Florida State, I know Quan will stream that. And then Reggie should stream Penn State, Ohio State. So we're looking forward to those games, man. Get those in before Wednesday night at 10. And then we'll be off to the playoffs. So everybody hold it down, man. Be safe. Look out for that poll. Should I put the poll up yet? I'm going to have to wait until more people watch it. 'Cause I put the poll up there. People going to vote and not understand what they voting for. So I just put in the chat. If you're interested in the BD, let me know when you finish watching the video, and then we'll put a poll up. So that's what's up. Peace. See you next time. Oh, also on my YouTube channel, the reason I got on late today, I had an 11-inning instant classic with the Atlanta Braves beating the Phillies in Game 6 to go to the World Series. Check out my series, The Show, Major League Baseball on my YouTube channel. Some really good games on there. I'll probably do first game of the World Series probably be Tuesday night. But peace out. Be safe.